It's a style of air fryer that everyone wants because it's going to take up less space. So we're talking about saving you about 30% on your worktop space, but also it's got a massive capacity. So 2 drawers, each of them are 5.5 litres, which is great. We're talking about saving up to 70% on energy, cooking up to 30% faster, using up to 99% less oil as well. All from a brand that's been around over 100 years and give you a 3-year guarantee too. It is the style of air fryer that everyone's got.
And if you've never air fried before, the taste of the food is amazing. And on a whole, you use no oil at all, or the smallest amount of oil. So it's like having low-fat chips, or have a look at that chicken.
The perfect chicken.
Absolutely, roasting a whole chicken in here, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So you can see you've got a whole chicken in this basket. So it's 5.5 litres in size, each of these baskets. So if you want to roast a whole chicken, you can absolutely do that. But this is not just about doing parts of a meal, as you know, air fryers so often are, because in here what we can do is we can also be doing the rest of our meal as well. So I've got some delicious roast potatoes.
And low-fat roast potatoes, because you wouldn't have used a lot of oil, would you there?
Just a tablespoon of oil for about 1 to 1.3 kilos
it tastes so
of
good.
food. Absolutely, they do. Now, the other thing I love about this is what you've got is the ability to basically program it and have everything finished together at the same time. So the roasties in here take about 35 minutes. The chicken takes an hour. You don't need to come back and turn it on. It will actually finish together for you. So you've got the smart finish function on there. So as long as you press that before you press start, what that means is everything will always be done at the right time.
So it lines everything up.
So you don't have to try and remember what time did I put the chicken in, what time did I put the roast potatoes in, when should I do that. It will actually do all of that for you. So it is smart cooking, and it is smart cooking because it's a healthier way to cook, but it is the taste that will blow you away time and time again.
And it's not just the regular things you do in your oven. You can bake in here, you can do cookies, you can do cakes if you want to. Everything you do in the oven, but using less energy and less oil and fat. And the price is absolutely spectacular. If you've not shopped before, 440910 is the item number. Shopontv.co.uk is the easiest way to shop, but you can order on the phone. 03333 241 241. Chips that taste like those homemade deep fried chips, but with
they're like
no oil or
fish
fat.
and chip shop chips, but they're low fat chips, honestly, because a potato isn't unhealthy. We have a jacket potato and some amazing jacket potatoes coming up, and we'll think that's a healthy meal. So the potato isn't full of calories. It's actually the oil we cook them in normally that gives them all the calories. So you have got low fat, super tasty, super hot, gorgeous chips.
Absolutely, you have now regular chips when you deep fry them are around about 25 to 30% fat. So they're really, really high in fat, and oil is basically, probably the most calorific thing. We have over 8,000 calories per litre no matter what kind of oil it is that you are using. So the great thing about this is you only need to use a tablespoon of oil in order to create these. So we're looking around something that's around about 3 to 5% fat, really crispy on the outside, beautifully light and fluffy as well at the same time. And air frying, when air frying started, this style of air fryer has been around since 2012 now. This is what people bought air fryers for, to create things that traditionally we would deep fry, but in a much healthier way. But then what we've realised is that it's such a great way of cooking so many different foods. It's such an energy efficient way of cooking as well. We're talking about using up to 70% less energy with this particular machine, which is amazing. And also the timings, up to 30% faster. Now we don't preheat with this, so everything that I've cooked in here so far is from a cold start. And these jacket potatoes have taken about 50 minutes from start to finish.
And they are the tastiest.
That perfect finish, the crispy on the outside. Look how
they're
fluffy
rubbish out of the microwave, aren't they? They're quick in a microwave, but they don't taste like a proper jacket potato. In here, honestly, just seems to make them so creamy inside. I feel I don't need so much better. They're so delicious.
Yeah, it's such a variety of food that you'll cook. You've also got preset programs on this machine. It takes up less space on the counter because it's upright rather than wide across.
Yeah, so even if you've got a smaller kitchen, but you still want a larger air fryer, you can cook for a family of up to 8 with this. But actually, you can have 4 different layers as well.
That is a great
I've
point.
never seen an air fryer like this.
So what you can actually do is you can split the layers down as well. So you've got 2 layers. You've got the option to cook, in 2 different drawers. And the great thing is when you're cooking in different drawers, it means you can cook at 2 different temperatures. So essentially, it's like having 2 ovens, really, which is amazing. But it gets even better because say you just want to use one drawer, you're going to do some baby roast roast potatoes and some chicken breasts, then as long as they cook at the same temperature, which a lot of things will, all you then can do if you want to is just slot this divider in there, and you can see from the edge there, what that does is it gives you then 2 cooking compartments within each one of the drawers. So you can actually cook up to 4 different foods in here at the same time if you want to.
So you could be cooking sort of an adult's meal, you could be cooking the kids' meal.
Well, how many of your kids don't want to eat the same meal?
Air fryers went absolutely crazy not that long ago when we went through that period where all of a sudden energy prices were going up and everybody wanted to cook in a more affordable way where they rather than putting that big oven on, and those big ovens can be 2,000, 3,000 pounds, 3,000 watts of power, and that big oven, you never put your food in and then turn it on.
No.
You turn it on and you leave that oven on till the red light goes off, and that can take 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's instant heat in here. So as soon as you turn this on, as soon as you put the food in, it is cooking. And the reason a lot of people use this is speed as well.
And it's also the tower Vortx, so it evenly cooks your food, the way the heat distributes through the machine.
Never the same in a big oven, because you always get a soggy bottom, don't you? You do the picky foods and you think, why is it not crisp on the bottom? I better turn that over. Honestly, with this air fryer, you will get the most crisp, amazing results. You're saving up to 35% of your workspace surface. And the great thing is the capacity is huge.
Well, it's 2 5.5 litre baskets. You can see here you can cook 4 different foods at once because you can rack the basket, so you've got 2 different layers in each basket. The fact that you can level everything up so it all cooks together.
And there's 6 preset programs, so if you do think, I can't remember what Joe said about how to do the chips, there's a chip program there for you. There's steak, there's fries, there's bake, there's wings, there's vegetables, there's a manual as well. Fish is absolutely delicious, but whatever you're cooking, it's cooking 30% actual faster and using 99% less fat.